getting settled for the reception. And the cakes, based on a wonderful spread of food. Hi. Hey, Shelby. Shelby. Hello. Hello. More euchre players. Sound off.
Dave, Neely.
Dave.
Sharon.
Oh my.
That's Walt.
Yeah.
Natty's.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
That's Irma's. Claire's.
And Claire's. Very nice.
If we could have everyone's attention for just a minute. First of all, we want to thank all of you for being here and sharing in our special day and our celebration. It means the world to us. We are so blessed to have all of you as family and friends, and we're very grateful for your presence here. And my dear friend Judy Anderson is going to lead us in grace, and then we will start eating. And we just want you to have a good time. We have use of the gym until 5. This might sound funny to some of you, but we like to play cards. So we actually, and a number of our card playing friends are here, we actually have somebody that's going to be running a euchre tournament after we eat. So if any of you are interested in playing euchre, feel free to join in. We're going to have some music later. We actually, one of the little details we forgot was something to put the CDs in. So that's being taken care of, but we'll have some festive music shortly. But just visit, enjoy, eat your heart's content. We have lots of good food. And Judy, if you would lead us in prayer.
Dear Lord, thank you for this wonderful day and this wonderful celebration of Peggy and Gary and their wedding. And thank you so much for bringing everyone here safely, and we just bless you in all of what you do. And we bless this food for the nourishment of our bodies, and especially Jesus, thank you for dying on the cross for us. In your precious name I pray. Amen.
Okay. After the head table goes through the line, everybody just jump in wherever you want. We have, if you'll go up there by the front, there are buns. We have roasters with Italian beef and ham. And then come down this middle line, and that's where all of the rest of the food is.
I love it. Like, Siri, I had the 4 kilo shirts this week. Turtle life, you don't even need to learn how because you can just talk it now. Instead of like trying to see the little letters.
That's the half and half. This must be the chocolate. Because this is what I want if we're going to feed each other. Well, they wanted us to.
You gotta have a food. I refuse this.
No, but aren't you Verizon? Oh, because you. But I thought AT&T you could have.
We don't have enough. Okay.
Hit the bottom button, and then swipe across where the little line is. I would have been scared. There you go.
Peggy?
I'm going to say a word here when your daughter tells me.
Drop your fork.
There you go. Then I'll be Oh.
And how about you?
I'm happy for them.
That's the best that there can be. And there's the groom.
If I had my take a picture. Hey, wait a minute, Jeremy.
Any words? For now, the happy couple.
I hope they live happily ever after. They
Yeah.
deserve it.
And you, sir?
What?
Any words for the happy couple? Speechless. That's the first
Yeah,
I've
I don't know
seen
what to
since
say.
I've been here. Who are you? Austin. All right. And who do you belong to?
Me.
The good cook. That's who you belong to. All right.
Looks like sand, it almost tastes like isn't that sword? I will. You know what I don't need? Did you like these not ice cream cakes?
Ethan, vanilla?
I'd like to say a few words here. Can you hear me? You know, I should be heard pretty easy. I used to coach youth football, and I learned to project my voice. So I want to say a few words here about this couple, as customary for a best man to do. Anyway, talk a little bit about the history of our relationship, and I think I was aware of the Bolt family from older sister Penny Bolt was in high school with me, and then I did some work for his dad, lettered a couple vans for him before I ever put my eyes on Gary Bolt. The first time I saw him, he bought the house next door to me, and I saw him wandering around the house looking at the siding and windows, and I thought, well, there's going to be some changes made. And the next thing I knew, he got a hold of a backhoe and he dug a trench and he went down it with a little bobcat and he started taking out the foundation of his house. And I thought, man, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do something like that. He jacked the house up and he went down there and he put footings in and he put a block wall in, and the next thing I knew he was pouring concrete. And the whole time he's doing this, he did it, you know, after hours because he had a job working at the printing company. So I went over there to visit with him. I said, man, I'll tell you, anybody who works that hard and enjoys working that hard ought to be in business for himself. And I probably planted the seed right then and there. But as two guys that enjoy working with their hands, they're going to have common ground. And we were over visiting time and again about different projects we were doing, and next thing I know, we had a friendship going. Then I invited him to meet my friends at what we call Beer 30, which is some 30 years plus running now, and it's a Friday night thing where we do some male bonding and we discuss all the world affairs. And you know, we take in some sports games and play little cards, and of course we drink some beer. And anyway, as time went on, you know, I got to see his fantastic daughters being raised and not having any daughters of my own, just sons. That was an experience I cherished, my wife and I. And of course, when they were in trouble, they'd come over to our house. Anyway, to make a long story longer, when Gary decided to start dating, you know, he tried a couple things out of state and so forth, things that were arranged over the internet. I mentioned to him, I said, boy, I wish you could get something going closer to home. Little did I know. Finally, as Peggy told everybody, this relationship kind of happened with the help of Stacy and Roxanne, and I think I might have encouraged it myself. In any event, I heard him say after 2 or 3 dates, he said the word, I said, well, how's it going? He says, she's a keeper. And I thought, you know, that's something I never heard from him before. He could be a man of very few words, especially when you're talking about these kinds of things. And then I was over as I often go over to the garage, you know, after work and so forth. I heard him on the phone, he was talking to Peggy, and I heard the word love. And I'll tell you, that was the very first time I ever heard that come out of his mouth, love. And I think that's the important thing here, is that these two people have real love. And the beautiful thing about it is, I think Gary, in the last, what has it been, 22 months since the first date, has probably traveled more and done more in those 22 months than he has in his entire life. I mean, this gal has got him going everywhere. And the next thing I know, he's coming out of the house, he's got a new shirt on, he's got new pants. Talk about bringing the best out of it. So I just know, and I want you all to know, that with true love, you have Gary and Peggy. And I think we should all give them a big hand, a big toast. You got a glass of Gary.